What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Life You Have with Tez. That's me. And today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you shouldn't join the military. Now, last time I did talk about 5 reasons why you should. I had to present a counter argument for that just in case you want it to objectionably fair. This would be the 4th video in the Army playlist that you can see somewhere around here or in the description box. So let's get it. Number 1, 24 hours. This job don't stop. There's a reason why the Army song says the Army goes rolling along, because it does. Whether you get out and some other guy gets in,
the Army's gonna keep moving.
And it's gonna keep going. There's all sorts of duties that you are going to pull from the time you're in basic to the time you get out. Basic, you got fire guard. You're still gonna lose some time at night. That's just a common thing. At fire guard, you might do a 1-hour shift. You might do a 2-hour shift. You might do a 3-hour shift. It might be 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. You're gonna do it though. Then you're gonna go to AIT. You're gonna do more fire guard. I don't know how the rotation works out for you, but it is going to include you in it. Then when you get to your unit, you're going to do what's called CQ, which is charge of quarters with an NCO. And guess what? That's a 24-hour duty. And then when you get past that, you're going to get brigade staff duty and battalion staff duty too. You're going to be on both of those lists. You're going to do 24 hours at each of those things. So this job won't stop. Then you go to the field. A lot. I'm telling you right now, get your mind set for going to the field. You're going to sleep out there. Sometimes you might be required to pitch a tent. You will bring a cot and you will either pitch an A-frame tent or you will pitch a light fighter tent. Either way, you're going to sleep in a tent. Yes. And then there's either super early wake ups or not. But either way, the Army eats up your time, and if you're not careful, this will take all your time away. All of it. Number 2, forced accountability. Okay, so the hardest pill to swallow for most normal people is the fact that they have to get their stuff together. And you know what I mean. Self-reflection can be difficult, but guess what you'll do? You'll get over yourself, because you are going to be held to a higher standard that is not only doable, but difficult if you can't put yourself last. Also, you can't not do something because you don't think it's your problem. You can't just walk by trash that's on the ground and say, I didn't put it there, so I'm not going to pick it up. Especially if you walk right by. Now it's your responsibility because it was in your AO, your
area of operation.
You can't say, oh, I didn't clean my room because my roommate, his side is dirty, so I'm not going to clean his side. No, that means both of you guys are going to get in trouble for one of your guys' mistakes. You will be accountable, whether you want to or not. You're going to learn accountability one way or the other. You leave your bag on the ground, somebody steals it, guess what? That's your fault. You're going to pay for that bag. You leave your gear somewhere, somebody steals your ACH, guess what? That's a $428 to $450 piece of equipment. You're going to pay for it. There's an ATM at Fort Hood right behind the CIF thing. All you gotta do, about face, turn around, forward march to the ATM, put your little card in there and give them the cash. That's all you gotta do. But you will be accountable. Whether you lose it or you don't use it and you lose it anyway, you're still gonna pay for it. You will be punished also if you do not call out something that you see wrong. If you just let people go, that includes an officer or your battalion commander if her bootlaces are hanging out of her boots. If you don't call it out, but you see it and then your NCO sees that you saw it, you're gonna get it. So all you have to do is do the right thing, have some integrity, and just do the job, be accountable. Because if you're not, you're gonna have a long day, and that long day is gonna be a long night because we've already established that it's a 24-hour gig. Number 3, your family. We live in a world where family is whatever you say it is because of Fast and Furious, or Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious Go to the Moon, whatever they want to call themselves these days. Family is what I want it to be, not what my blood family is. And as such, it's like, it's cool to not like the family you were born into. Your friends are now your family. And because of that,
the Army is now your family.
And they will seek to usurp whatever family that you have on the side, whether that's your wife, your daughter, your son, uncle, your grandma, whatever. You just need to be mindful because you have 3 families in reality. Your Army family, your civilian family, and your wife and your kids. And that might sound easy, but the juggle for all of that is actually harder than you think it is. Constantly, you're going to battle with your spouse over why you're always staying late, or why you're always being the one to go to the field, why you were picked to do this detail over somebody else, or any of that stuff. If you're not married, you're still gonna juggle. You just have to juggle mom, dad, and money. You got that good job now. So it's your job to pay for bills that you didn't even create because you no longer live in your parents' house. They ran up the electricity bill. Guess who has to pay for it? You do. Because why? Because they raised you and you wouldn't be there unless they let you go to the army, which is the craziest thing I ever heard. You wouldn't believe how many times soldiers are in a financial bind because they're like, oh, you live in the barracks. You already got something that's paid for. You don't need anything except pay your car off. And then the family takes that soldier's money, and family is having their house paid for by the soldier, and the soldier has no money to pay for anything on their own. It's bad parenting 101. Number 3, you will lose friends. Not in the sense that they're going to die, which that happens. Death is a reality in this line of work. But I mean, the people that you get close to, you're going to spend about 2 to 3 years with them, 4 years max. You're going to spend with them at a duty station, and they're going to leave, or you're going to leave. It's one or the other. You're going to miss your friends. You're going to make these friends, and you're going to become like brothers, and then y'all just going to do it all over again every 3 years. It's going to happen. You don't follow your friends to the duty station. You might go to basic and AIT with the same people, but y'all are gradually going to fizzle away from each other. Y'all might add each other on Facebook, but y'all are going to occasionally say something to each other to the point where y'all are just two people who exist on this earth and don't even talk to each other. You might think that you're going to make some kind of way to talk to them,
But you're not. It's not gonna happen.
Number 4, you are a pet. Okay, so let's get this right. You are a dog of the military. When they say go, you go. When they say come back, you come back. Where that's anywhere. Right now, with the pandemic situation, you can't go further than a certain amount of mileage outside of the military post. That means when they say go, you get to go and run around the yard and chase your tail for a little bit. But then when they say come back, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna come back, or the consequences are gonna be severe for you. Then you will be walking around with your head between your tail trying to figure out what just happened to you. So what I'm saying is you have to realize that you are now the
Property of the United States government.
When they say shoot, you shoot. When they say put your weapon away, you put it down. Discipline will be strictly enforced, or you won't get your treats. And if you and by treats, I mean your pay, or whatever it is that means a lot to you, it's gonna get taken from you. They say that if you want to take soldiers' time away from them, it'll take them out. But a lot of soldiers don't really have any time. So then the next best thing they're gonna take away from you is your cash flow. When you get in trouble and it gets maxed out with Article 15, that's 45 and 45. That's 45 days of extra duty, 45 days of restriction. That means that's 45 days of you picking the weeds out of grass that already picked the weeds out of the day before, or painting a wall that you already painted yesterday. But you're gonna do it again because you should have realized that you don't do what you want to do in the army.
They tell you what you were gonna do.
And your bonus. You picked the wrong job, you're gonna have a hard life. You're gonna have a harder time in this line of work if you pick a job that is not something that, like if you try to pick a cush job, let's just say you try to pick something that you thought was a cush job, like 42 Alpha, which is a human resources specialist. It's a desk job, but that doesn't mean that they're going to sit at a desk at every unit that they go to. When they deploy, they might be pulling guard. They might be on the gate instead of doing their actual job. It's whatever is needed at the time that they actually do their thing. I knew somebody who, when she went to Afghanistan, they put her on guard duty. Her job was to throw people down on the ground and frisk them and search them if they got too close. But her job was 42 Alpha, which is human resources. And then if you think you're the toughest person, go infantry. Then you will see how they treat you if something happens to you. When you break a bone, or you break a leg, or you tear something, you rip something, they will send you to another MOS because your job depends on you being physically ready to go fight somebody. But if you're unable to go fight somebody anymore, well, now you're just some cargo. They get rid of you. And that cush job that you thought was good because your homeboy said he doesn't do anything when he got that job, well, chances are he doesn't do anything. But everything is based on a different unit. You might pick a great job, but the unit that you're doing is not the type of unit that your friend is in. Your friend is in a unit that maybe just stood up, so it doesn't really have a mission yet. It might be the job of that unit might be to support somebody else's mission, so they're not gonna do as much as you, who might be forward deployed or in a FSC, which is a forward support company. So basically, you'll be always on the go, and your friend will be not doing that. I don't know how to further explain that, but basically, it doesn't matter what job you pick because your first job is gonna be shoot first. Oh, I went to school to test laboratory equipment. Well, at the end of the day, if somebody's shooting at you, you pick that rifle up
And you're going to take their life.
Anyway, that's the video, guys. Let me know if you want to know anything else about the Army as a whole. And tap that like button and subscribe if you want some more. This is the life you have with Tez. That's me. Peace out.